Plaintiff Kevin Fryer says the defendant is his aunt, and after he moved in with her and her husband, the co-defendant, he realized they were both meth addicts. Kevin claims after the defendants kicked him out of their home, they withheld his property, so he's suing for the property and harassment. Defendants Melody Rose and her husband Dale Nottleman admit that they were addicted to meth, but insist they've been clean for 13 years, until Kevin moved in with them. Dale claims as a result of the stress Kevin brought into their home, they relapsed, but they believe Kevin was also using meth. They're countersuing for rent and slander.
Start with you.
Well, Your Honor, March of last year, I moved in with my aunt and her husband, Dale. And shortly thereafter, I discovered that they were meth addicts. And when I initially moved in, the agreement was that I would help out as much as I could around the house, which I did until I graduated from college. And then I would get a job, save up money. And in July, I graduated. I got some grant money back, and I proceeded to use that money to take care of their household, buy them cigarettes, myself cigarettes, household things. When the money ran out in November, that's when they started giving me a hard time, when I couldn't purchase things for the house, when I couldn't buy them drugs, and they decided that they were going to kick me out. December, they kicked me out.
Let me hear from them. You all want to give me some background before we get to the eviction he's alleging?
Yes, we are recovering addicts.
Okay,
So,
you're in recovery.
Yes, but he was
How long have you been in recovery?
fighting for 13 years now. It's not easy, but we are in recovery, and
How many times have you relapsed?
4 in 13 years.
When is the most recent?
A year ago, sir. With him, when he moved in, it was things that he brought into the house, and due to the stress, we did slide back.
All right,
And we said, okay, and then it came into like July, right after
when he moved
graduated.
in, did you charge him rent? Did you?
Yes, we told him it'd be $200 a month, because he was in college, and he agreed to it, because he was working part-time at the time.
Okay.
Then when he graduated, all of a sudden there was no job, and people started coming into the house, and he was always saying, oh, that's dude from school, that's dude from school. And when they start showing up at midnight, I don't think dudes from school come over at midnight and stuff like that. And then we finally told him, hey, you've got signs, we've been there, we've done it, you've got signs that you're still doing it.
Signs that he was doing what?
Meth. He up all the time, always gone, be up 3-4 days in a row, and then crash for 2-3 days.
You think he's still using meth?
Yes, sir. As of in December, I do believe so.
Do you know how a person looks when they use meth?
Yes, sir, I sure do.
High calorie meth.
Yes, sir.
You say high calorie meth.
Yeah.
So,
And he looks like he uses meth.
yes, sir.
Okay.
That's just the
Just getting your
way it
opinion.
looks.
I got it. Tell me about your property and tell me about the eviction. We'll see if it was illegal. We'll start there.
Well, when I initially left, it was to go visit my mother, because she had just moved back into town from Ohio. And shortly after I went to go visit my mother, they texted my mother and myself saying that I couldn't come back.
Did they say why?
They said they were tired of me and that I was taking advantage of them.
Okay. They didn't give you 30-day notice.
No.
Did they change the locks or take your key?
Yes, I had a key, but they did change the locks, yes.
All right, you all changed the locks without notice?
No.
You gave him notice?
Yes, we did.
How many days? How long?
We started to tell him he had to leave.
Started to. When did you actually?
in January 16th.
When did he leave?
December. Well, he was actually out December 15th.
December comes before January.
Yeah, and December is when he left and stayed with his mom. We thought, and then after January is when we changed the locks, thinking that he said, I'll be back.
When did you give him notice that he had to move out?
October.
Didn't you just Didn't
We
you tell him?
started in
I
October.
thought you told him when he went to see his mother.
We started to tell him, and that's why I was over.
Started to, but you
yes.
changed your mind. When did you last speak to him about getting your things?
That'd be.
And what did he say when you did?
He said my stuff was gone. That I had nothing there. I had no reason to come
Gone
back.
as in what? Threw him out?
He told my mother that it was given away to a charity.
That he gave him away to a charity?
Correct.
All right, and what's the value of the things you're suing for?
That'd be a military cot.
All right, give me your list. What do you all say happened to his things?
I threw him in the trash
Why?
because he didn't come back and get him after talking with them from up until January 16th, and then we didn't hear nothing from him until February.
Did you give him notice?
Yes,
You gave him 30-day notice?
that he had to be out.
No,
back in
throwing his things out. We're talking there now.
I do believe on the phone conversation we said we would be getting rid of his stuff because he's not coming over.
Do
and
you
it'd been
remember
too
when
long.
you told him that?
No, sir, I can't.
Okay.
pick.
And remember you told me the last time you did speak with him was January 16th?
Yes, sir.
So you certainly
Yep.
didn't tell him between January 16th and February 15th, which would be 30 days. You didn't tell him within 30 days.
There
No,
was
you
no
said
contact.
that. We're clear on
there
that.
was no contact.
Yeah, right.
It was a gym bag and an army cot.
That you threw out?
Yes, sir.
All right. And he has that down here.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we're together on what you threw out. And what's the harassment for?
Well, they called Child Protective Services on me because I turned them into housing. They were
Why'd
defrauded
you turn them into housing? Let's start there.
because they were holding my property.
What did they allege you did?
They said I was beating my child and using methamphetamines.
Okay. And was there an inspection or
Yes, sir.
an investigation?
I did a drug test, and they came out and talked to me, and that's as far as it went.
Okay. Sir, ma'am, tell me about this. Tell me about the harassment claim.
We never called Child Protective Services.
Okay.
We were thinking about it, but other things came up in life that had more important than he did.
Okay.
You
So
know,
you all happen to be thinking about it,
and it happens. And
but
it
someone
happens.
else actually did it.
Quite a few people
Did
actually.
you tell anybody your thoughts? Maybe you shouldn't have.
Not
Did you
that
say,
on
I'm
that.
thinking about calling Protective Services, and somebody else might have said, that's a good idea. I'll do it.
In conversations, the situation was getting bad with him and his
I
kids.
have text
and other
messages from him
issues.
saying he's going to call CPS on me.
And I did said I will do that, but other things in life came up and we just
Never.
never
Never
to
got
that
around to it.
stuff. Not yet, nope.
If
No,
we
sir.
have to, we'll bring CPS and you won't see Noel. You threaten to have his child taken.
Yes. Because being a deadbeat dad to me, I'm sorry, I have major issues with that.
Okay. How did he defame you and what rent does he owe you for?
When he moved in March, he said he'd pay us $200 a month all the way through, and he was there all the way through December. He did give us $50 towards rent, cash, and that's rent, okay, and that was it. As far as the defamation, Kevin had posted stuff on Facebook about us being live and thieving drug addicts, meth addicts. And then
And
a
you're
couple
not.
Nope. That's,
He told my kids that we were drug meth addicts. He's told my sisters.
and
And how recently have you been?
a year ago was the last time we backslid, but
And how long ago did he tell them?
in January. I think we got the call in January.
So he told them a few months late.
Yes.
A few months earlier, it would have been true.
Yes. That we had backslid.
So you're suing him because he failed to keep up with the time frame.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Because you're clean now.
Yes, sir. Both of us.
Why are you looking like this? Why are you looking like this? Is
I
ridiculous.
have a video of her from December.
You have a video of them doing what?
Of her, how she acts when
Let's
she's
see
high.
it.
Oi. He did it for me. Leave away. Wink. Yeah. Fly. What happened?
I was playing a game.
He's playing the Wii game, getting mad at it.
You're speaking a different language, too.
I was playing the Wii game.
I can't hear what you were saying at all.
All right. I'm going to stop the playing around. Sir, I'll grant you your property and the harassment. And secondly, you all, are you willing to take a drug test?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to have you tested after that. And if you're found with drugs in your system, are you willing to go to drug rehab?
Sure. Yes, sir.
Slow about answering. Yeah,
Yes.
no. Today?
I have to take care of business, but yeah.
If you are, we're going to find treatment for you one way or the other, outpatient,
Don't need it.
inpatient, whatever you choose. And he didn't defame you because the defense of truth, I think, applies in this case. He had the right to allege that you were on drugs because it is true that you were on drugs within a few months of him alleging it by your own admission. So he's not going to keep up with the months that you are and the months that you're not. And so I'm going to deny your claim altogether because I can't trust what you're telling me. Judgment for the plaintiff, your claim is dismissed.
I don't really have anything to say. They know what the truth is. They made it very clear to everyone.
No,
What the
it
truth
wasn't
is.
the truth. And you know it, Kevin.
It was exactly the truth.
No, it
Because
wasn't.
I was accused of calling CPS. When I get home, I will be calling them.
Go ahead. I don't do anything.
No,
It's going to
but
turn
I
out just
do
like it
have
did last
video
time
of
you called.
Melody and Dale both took a drug test on May 17, 2015. Their results were negative.